everyone. Thank you so much for thank you so much for joining. And today we are here with Praveen. I would like you to take the charge to introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, my name is Praveen. I'm originally from Chennai, India, currently living and working in London as a full stack JavaScript specialist. Not only that, I do have a full time job as a director of engineering for a Fortune 50 company. And all I do is mostly painting the looks of the website and making it usable and user experience as well. So that's me.
That was a really cool introduction of what you do. Great to have you. We are really excited for this. So we are organizing Open Hacks, and the pure intent of this podcast was to talk about Open Hacks to set the tune in. And so first of all, I wanted to know, have you been to hackathons before, and how has been your experience with them?
Technically, you're asking a human, have you been breathing? I'm a hackathon hunter. From the day I started my full time work in the UK, I have been a hackathon hunter for sponsoring hackathons. The main reason why I love hackathons is like more than in a business side of things, as a personal side, I love learning new things from other people. At the same time, I love teaching people how better we can do. So basically, the teaching ability inside me, the way I try to mentor people, that made me learn a lot of new things. For example, let's say Purva, you come and ask me, oh, Praveen, there is this React related question I have. I don't know how to perform this. And then what I would do is, oh, that's nice. I have not done this so far. Let me try doing it. So I learned something new because you are my friend or you are someone who I respect and I wanted to help. I will put some efforts from my side to learn something new and then start working towards it. So that way I get to learn a lot, and this will actually help me into like do a lot of things.
I think that is the true spirit of mentorship. At the end of the day, no one can know everything, but if someone tries to and learns new things, I think that summarizes it all. Okay, so today we wanted to talk about navigating uncertainty, which means while we are in a hackathon, maybe let's say we had an idea already, but while the mentorship session went on and on, maybe our idea flipped completely. It happens, like people take a 180 turn in their projects, right? Now, there could be some really tough decisions that leaders might have to make, or even the team as a whole have to make some decisions, right? So we wanted to talk about how we can navigate through those uncertainties and come up with some really cool solutions, right? So yeah, would you like to go ahead with something on this topic?
Basically, a lot of places you would see a lot of uncertainties. Personally, in my life, I would say like 1.5 months ago, I got into a small accident, and also just 3 days ago, I got the complete phone data lost, or like I'm not sure if it is still lost, it's bricked. So there are like uncertainties in the real life. The same thing applies for hackathons as well. So we work for maximum what, 48 hours or 24 hours, and since there is high chance that the team members are completely not related to each other. They would have got the team on the day of hackathons, and it is not easy for anyone to judge, okay, this person, you do this particular work or something like that. So there could be a lot of things that could go wrong. My suggestion is basically start with planning things, but before planning, understand who your team is, what are their strengths are, and that way it will get you a really good start. Oh wow, this person is a UX person, oh this person is a
Mhm.
marketing person and doesn't have any knowledge about tech. So basically you just need to tell a few gimmicks and the jargons so that the person is on trend, and then they can use their marketing skills to talk really well. And apart from that, oh, this person doesn't even talk, so try to talk to them in one-on-one. There are so many people who are introverts. I started as an
Mhm.
introvert, and then now I'm an extrovert. I don't know what, ambivert, whatever you call it. And now try to talk to them, understand their thoughts, and oh wow, this person is amazing in designs. This is a cool stat that I came to know, that almost all the introverts are UX people, and they do some beautiful creative stuff. So do not miss those chances, and find the person who would be a leader. uh, Pretty much it's a tough decision to make someone leader, but every one of you is a leader. Give chances to everyone so that you can brainstorm and make it as a single point of control. So stick with the plans. And in case if you see that the plan is deviating by more than 10%, stop, think, and then replan things. These are a couple of suggestions that I would say, which kind of make your journey in the hackathon easier, because you just have very little amount of time and you have to make a great appearance. Focus on the appearance, focus on the experience, learn.
Absolutely.
Even though it's a competition, learn.
Mm, yeah. That was really nice strategy. I got you saying your answer. I could notice one thing. You were focusing a lot on collaboration and leadership, right? So, how can great leadership bring the best at these risks, right? Because there are, as we are talking about uncertainties, there could be numerous situations like that. So, I wanted to ask how good leadership can drive you through this.
Basically, I am new to the leadership side of things as well, because
Okay.
it's my first role as a director of engineering. And in this 1.5 years, to be honest, I have been getting a lot of bish and bashes so from my boss. So it's not that I don't think I would be the right person to answer, but with my experience,
Okay.
what I would like to say is listen, which I don't have. I never listen. Today I'm like
Okay.
forcing myself that people should be aware of things, and then I'm just trying hard to not to talk or cut you in between, and then I'm listening. It's a very hard skill, which is hard for me. But if
Mm,
you listen, analyze, think, then talk,
mm,
do not react, respond. So this is what my
yeah.
dad usually says, but this is real. This is really good. So try doing that. That is the
Mm.
best quality for a leader, to listen, think, and then talk.
That's a great piece of advice by your dad, by the way. Okay, so that was from the front of a leader, but also in a team. Like, let's say we are six people in a team, right? Now there is this one person is standing up, taking up the decisions, and like the other five have to at some point be together and follow that person, right? Which could be quite difficult because obviously there are conflicts. There are six minds working together. So how other team members at one point have to get convinced by that leader, right? So how does that dynamic work?
Let's take it from our Indian government. Let's be democratic and vote for the right people. And moreover, trust the leader. That is the first thing. And if you have chosen, okay, out of five, six of us, this person should be the leader or I should be the leader. If the person is the leader, make sure that the person is taking the responsibility. If you're the leader, make sure you take the responsibility properly, seriously, ownership. Take yourself, like, take the ownership for yourself, and make sure you don't let the ship sink. It's on your hands. And in case if for others, trust. They could be new, they could do something better than you, so why don't you give a chance? So try it. If things go wrong at that time, with everyone's support, all the six of us, decide,
Mm,
elect a new leader, or try to tell the leader that there is seems to be some issues. So alert them in the polite way possible. And yes, with all the conflict of interest and all the conflicts arising, be polite.
mm,
So sometimes even it is hard for the leader also to explain the things, to have the conversation. Even as you said, some of the teams are formed at the hackathon only, right? And due to the time constraint, it's not possible to explain the complete vision to the whole team, right? So at that time, how could a leader like convince the whole team just do this work and you will let the see the results, right? So this is kind of a tough thing for a leader also.
Everyone is new, everyone is trying something new, and initially this is going to be a trial and error. Let the leader do the work, see if it is working out. If it doesn't, stop, think, replan, as I mentioned before. So not everybody is, there is like nobody's perfect. Not everyone has got all the knowledge in the world. So it's all, we are
mm,
all learners, lifelong learners. We learn everything every single day. We learn by making mistakes. It's fine. It's not the end of the world, or it's not, no one's gonna die in a hackathon. So it's totally fine. If today's hackathon fails, there is tomorrow another hackathon comes up. So there is, even though it is a huge, not a huge loss, but even though it's a loss, it's a learning. You learn by
Mm.
making mistakes, as simple as that. The
Okay,
good
Absolutely.
part is
so
that the good part is that you are taking away with the experience that you got, so that you will not make the mistake again.
Yeah.
okay, so one last question from my side. How we can choose a good lead? Because even sometimes people even don't choose a lead. They are just working together, having conflict, discussing together, but they don't choose the lead. So how could
I
we
would
choose a good lead?
I would say the second option is better. Work together. No one is a leader. No one is a worker. Everyone is equal. That's why when
Okay, so let's shift the gears a little bit from leadership and go towards an aspect of participant, right?
yeah,
So there was this one question like, how could taking risks foster innovation? Like, there are times when like hard times give us the best creative results, right? So how could participants take it as an advantage, like taking risks?
if someone is like a psycho in the hackathon, that person can do a lot of things. At least one will click or two will click. That way, I would say taking risks is the best way. I mean, just think about me. Uh, my life is a hackathon. So I lost a very close person in my life. And I did not sit there just looking at what next happens. And once I moved on, I just left my job immediately. And then I went to higher studies to come to the UK. One of the best decisions. If I was in a sane mind, I wouldn't have done it. So take risks, and definitely the higher the risk. Obviously, if there are two sides of the risk, either you win or you lose. If you win,
Yeah.
you will win high. If you lose, you will lose badly, but still it will be an experience to you. I have been in the heights as well as in the depths. Depths are very bad. At the same time, the highs are really high. So if you would like to enjoy something out of the ordinary, definitely a risk is great. At the same time, to tell in the hackathon side of things, I believe a lot of people would have heard of Angel Hack, and Angel Hack happened in London. That was my first ever proper hackathon. It was a 48-hour hackathon, almost 42 hours. We didn't do anything. Last 6 hours, I got an amazing idea. I mean, I just happened to think about it because, okay, anyway, this is screwed up. I guess I will fail. It's okay. I'll start playing a game. Then
Mm.
suddenly I thought it was a snake game. Back in 2014, there was no Candy Crush or anything, but yeah. So there was the snake game, and I thought, why can't I do the same thing using Bitcoin because it is related to blockchain? And this is the craziest thought ever, connecting a wallet to a HTML5 game, and that is controlled by a PHP based web server. And it's going to be massively multiplayer online role playing game, Ragnarok. So every single thing came across my head. Why don't I mix everything? And then if you go and check out hackathons, Praveen Science, you might be able to see MMORPG game which I created, and I don't even remember if it is still alive. I'll see. But yeah, happened in the last 10% of the time that I had. Take risks. It will be worth it. And we got the consolation prize. And a lot of people, there was this guy called uh, Beep. So that person is actually a VC, a venture capitalist.
Oh.
And you won't believe, in a couple of years, he would be giving me such a huge lump sum to try starting my own company or something like that. Eventually I failed, that's a different story, and I returned back the money as well. But to that level, you would be able to be successful if you take risks, as simple as that. And failure is not new. Even I got failed,
Yeah.
like with the venture capitalist thing, but at the same time we are
Mm.
still friends.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. That was a really good anecdote to share, actually. We can draw a lot of insights.
By
You
the way, it's
basically summed, yeah,
it's a,
sorry.
it's a true story.
Ah, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, I was saying we can draw a lot of insights through your story. Great. Okay, so I wanted to ask just one final question. There is exactly not any protocol that is to be followed in competitions, right? It completely depends upon the situation. But can you just give out a few strategic points that teams can employ in order to make more informed and correct decisions? Not correct, that would not be the right word to use, but right in the situation kind of
Better.
decisions. Yeah.
I would say have 60% of planning. Put more emphasis on planning rather than building. Hackathons are about giving you an idea. It's about ideas, not about implementation. A lot of people will say the idea is amazing, so we are giving there will be not a single line of code written. They would have given the first prize to the project which doesn't have a single line of code, but the idea will be amazing. There will be a namesake GitHub repository which has just got a README file, and that would have got like 1 lakh rupees in cash, something like that, which literally happened. And I was one of the judges in one of the hackathons, which in which I did the same thing as well, because the idea has got such a potential, was not implemented before, and it seems feasible and it seems scalable as well. So feasibility, scalability, the way you can make money, return on investment, and basically these are the things that people look at, judges look at, and the way you present it makes much more sense. So put more emphasis on your presentation as well. It's not about PPT or something like that, but make sure that your idea is heard in the right way. As simple as that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll like sum it up in 5 points. First of all, you went on with planning, then we had problem solving, then you should know how to sell yourself and your idea, right? Basically, the presentation
I
part.
guess problems. Identify the problem solving,
Yeah.
planning, then go ahead.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
My closing for all the people will be: take care of your health. Health comes first.
Yeah.
Again, it's for me as well. And stay home, safe. I don't know if still the corona is a big thing there, but stay home and stay safe. Stay safe. Take care of your health. Take care of yourself, and be happy.
Thank you,
Thank
Praveen,
you.
so much for this podcast. It's really indeed to our participants, and I guarantee like they will love it, and excitement for the hackathons will definitely rise up for them also. So thank you
Absolutely.
for this whole podcast, and we'll love to see you in offline.